So this is my second iMovie 2020 video tutorial. This is the more advanced one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to add themes to a clip. Now the one that I most often use is the news theme. So I've got my news story that I've already recorded here. So remember, you can press this button and record it straight away, or you can use the camera and then you can record it, add it to the photo roll, and then just click on video up here to add it in. And those are a couple of ways that you can do it. So I've got my news report here. What I want to do is to put a news theme with it. So you'll see up at the top here we've got this cog. So I'm going to tap on this cog, and then I've got a variety of themes that come in the background here. You'll see I've got this playful, neon, travel, but this blue one says news. So I'm going to tap on the news theme, and I'm going to put the theme soundtrack on, and I'm going to fade it in from black. I'll fade it out to black as well. Okay, so the first thing you'll notice is the music. So if I tap play.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 15th of April 1912 and we...
Now there is some music there. It might be a little bit quiet. You might not be able to hear it very well, but there it is underneath there, and we can turn it up or turn it down. It tends to do something called ducking, which is when a voice comes in, then the music turns itself down a little bit. Right, okay, so the most visible way of seeing this is by putting a title in. So if I rewind this back and tap on the clip and go to titles, I want some news related title. So you'll see all these other titles here, standard titles, but this one is linked to the theme that you use. So I'm going to tap on this one, and then I've got something down here that says opening, middle or closing. So I'm going to go for opening, and then if I tap on the writing, I can delete the writing. Titanic sinks, and then I want an apostrophe with that. Okay, Titanic sinks. So now if I play this through now, you'll see this.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 15th of April 1912 and we start this news report with some truly shocking news.
Okay, now I don't want that to run all the way through right to the very, very end. So I can make this title go away by splitting this clip into two. So what I do to do that is tap on the clip and then go to the scissors for actions at the bottom on the left down here. And I'm going to tap actions, and then I'm going to tap split. And I tap split wherever I want my headline, my news background to disappear. So if I tap split there, it looks like it's chopped my news into two bits, but when you actually watch it back, you won't see the join. If I just move this back and press play, you'll see that this disappears.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the 15th of April 1912 and we start this news report with some truly shocking news. Apparently, the great ship Titan...
Okay, so there we go. That's the first thing. So I can add that. Now if I want to put some closing titles at the end, again, I can tap on the clip, split the clip and go to titles, and then maybe go to the news theme and put closing titles, which will give me something down here that I can put in. So I can add whatever title that I want there. So I'm just going to put Universal News. Universal News 2020. Oh no, sorry, it's supposed to be the year the Titanic sunk, 1912. Okay, so you'll see that when that plays at the end,
more news when we get it. For now, we need to go over to our...
Yeah, okay, so then it'll put that at the end and we can add that in. So that's the first thing, how to add a news clip into your video. The second thing I'd like to show you is picture in picture. So in this news report, I want a picture of the Titanic appearing at the right moment when I first mentioned the word Titanic. So I'm just going to move through my report and listen to when I first mentioned the word Titanic.
1912 and we start this news report with some truly shocking news. Apparently, the great ship Titanic has...
Right, there we go. So I want a picture of the Titanic to appear on the screen here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my photos in the media browser up here. So go into photos. I can go to all, but I'm going to go to recently added. And then somewhere here I've got a picture of the Titanic. Now this is important. If I tap this plus, it will just put it at the start or at the end. I've got to tap these three dots, and then I've got to choose picture in picture, and then that will put it on the playhead where the white line is. Now, if I tap on the image up here, I can't do anything with it. I've got to tap on this image here to control it. So I tap it, and then I get these three things that pop up here. So the first one is this pinch and zoom box. So if I tap on the top one, the pinch to zoom, I can make it bigger and I can make it smaller. So I get some control over the size of the image on this top one here. Okay, so I can make it bigger or I can make it smaller. And that gives me a little bit of control as to what we actually see in the box. So let me just resize that one. That's better. Tap somewhere else, and then that's that. So if I tap again on this clip, the four-headed arrow lets me move it wherever I want it to go. Now, it's really important when you actually do this film at the start to leave space for your pictures to appear. It's quite common to zoom in on the newsreader and then you don't leave enough room for your pictures to appear. So that's quite a useful tip. If you've got more than one picture, you can have lots of them appearing. So think where they're going to be and make sure you've got enough room. So that's that one. And the next one is this one at the bottom, which just puts, basically, this just puts a line, a white border around your picture. So that's how you can add your picture in picture. So let's just have a quick look, see what that looks like.
The great ship Titanic has sunk in the North Atlantic close to Newfoundland.
And then you do have the choice of actually making this clip disappear or making it last longer. With it being a photo, you can make it as long or as short as you want. When it's a video, you don't get that option because you can't make a video longer. So you can have this for a few seconds, or you can have it for much longer. This is another example of using picture in picture. What we've done here is we've found a like and a subscribe button, and if you just watch the end of this video, you'll see how we've used them.
Thank you for watching, guys, and make sure to like the video and subscribe so then you can see more videos on our channel. Bye.
Okay, so what we did here was we searched for a transparent like button and a transparent subscribe button, and then what we did was we added those buttons so that they faded in and they faded out. So I'm going to show you how you can use green screen now, and the important thing for green screen is that you need to make sure that you add your background first. So I'm going to tap Create Movie and start with this blank screen. Now there is a disadvantage in using green screen on iMovie where you don't see what it's going to look like until you actually combine the video and the image together. If you're using the green screen app made by Doink, you can actually look at the camera as you're recording and see what it's going to look like, so you can get people to move from side to side. So it's probably worth being able to use Doink green screen as your first choice, but this is how to do it in iMovie. So I must put my picture first. So I'm going to use my news example again. I'm going to go to Photos, and I've got a picture of a news studio that I want to add here. So I'm going to tap on it and tap the plus, and then that comes onto the screen. And then I'm going to put my video over the top of it. So I'm going to go back from Photos, back from Media, and then go into Video, and then go find my video that I've recorded, which is up at the top. So again, I'm going to tap on my video once, but I'm not just going to tap the plus because that will put it after my new studio. I'm going to tap the three dots up here, and I'm going to tap green blue screen, and then that puts it next to it. So you'll see now that I've got my studio behind me. The only trouble with this is it will only last a short amount of time. You'll see my video is now only 6 seconds long. And what that means is it's because it's given me 6 seconds for this for this picture to fade in and out. So I've got to tap on the picture, and if I make the picture longer, the video gets longer as well, and you can see where the video stops. So I've got to make this picture last the same length of time as the video, and that's how to do it. So you'll see.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 50th.
That adds at the same time. Now, unfortunately, I can't add a picture in picture at the same time as all the other things I've got in, it won't let me put a picture-in-picture on top of a green screen. So if I wanted a picture of the Titanic to appear now, it's not going to let me. I'll just try it anyway. So if I go and find my picture of the Titanic, and then I've got the 3 dots there, so if I go to picture-in-picture, it will only put it at the end. It won't put it on top of that. So you can't have it at the same time, unfortunately, so I'll just undo that. So that's how you can add green screen to your video. So the last thing that I'd like to show you is the split screen option. So within this news report, I want to get to the part where I first mention the sinking of the Titanic.
The Titanic has sunk in the North Atlantic.
Okay, there we go. So I'm going to go get another image now. So I'm going to go into video and find an image of people that are looking really surprised. Now, this isn't a great use of this, but it will just show you in this particular context how it could be used. If I tap the clip, tap the 3 dots, and this time I'm going to go to split screen. And then what I'll do is I'll just play this. It's not a great example because this clip that I've chosen of the children is very, very short, and it also doesn't fit the screen very well. But you'll get the idea.
Atlantic, close to Newfoundland, and many thousands are appearing.
Okay, so if I move back over this clip and tap on it, you'll see that I've got these options here. So this top option, if I tap on this, I can pinch to zoom my clip so that I can move in and see a little bit more. So let's just see what that looks like now.
Sunk in the North Atlantic, close to Newfoundland, and many...
There we go. The other options we've got, this second option, this one lets me change from a vertical split to a horizontal split like this. So I can move that round, and then I can keep moving it round. So we swap places left and right, up and down, back to where we were. And then this last option just puts a white line down the middle. So if I tap on it, the white line disappears and then it comes back. So those are the options that we can use for split screen. So the news report's not a great example of it. There are other ways that it could be used much more effectively. Off the top of my head, one that's really useful is science. If you filmed a reaction under one set of conditions, you can show that on the left playing at the same time as a different set of conditions on the right, and you can narrate over the top so you can describe what the differences are.